Hi everyone! Welcome to the Warming Show. We are Lara and Julian, and we are students from Victor Hugo High School.
Today we are going to explain to you the climate change and all the consequences with the help of our teammates.
All year long, we have worked on climate change by making experiences. See you in a minute! Hi girls, who are you?
I'm Amy.
I'm Julie. We are going to explain to you what is the greenhouse effect.
But before that, we must explain two definitions to you to better understand the greenhouse effect. First of all, what is climate?
The climate is the combination of atmospheric conditions that occur in place for a prolonged period of time. And what is the global warming?
The global warming is the increase in the temperature happening on the planet owing mainly to human activity. And we are going to show you a poster to explain to you what is the greenhouse effect. So we will explain what the greenhouse effect is. In 1924, a French scientist, Joseph Fourier, was the first to talk about greenhouse effect. Life on Earth is possible thanks to the greenhouse gases, like the carbon dioxide, the water vapor, and the methane.
The sun rays and warming up the surface on the Earth, and the energy escapes to the space, but around the Earth there is an atmosphere where there are energy traps who keep a part of energy. So life is possible because the energy traps allow the Earth to have a good temperature around 9 degrees Celsius.
How can you conclude?
The greenhouse effect changes and has consequences on the environment. Over the past 150 years, the average temperature increased almost 1 or 2 degrees Celsius. There are some consequences like
Desertification, water shortage, sea level rise, floods, and huge storms.
Thank you, girls. I will let Julian continue.
Action!
Hi colleague!
Hello, Julia.
How are you doing?
Perfect, you.
I'm fine, thank you. Today, you have worked on the origin of global warming.
Yeah.
That's right?
Yeah.
Can you explain it?
The global warming is only caused by human activities.
Oh,
The pollution we produce increases the greenhouse effect. In the 17th century, we started to use fossil fuels, but we didn't know that it would increase the greenhouse effect. So, by burning coal to make a steam engine work, we increase the greenhouse effect. But why? I've done an experiment to explain it. Look, I put lime water into the test tubes and I blow it to 1. The lime water gets milky after reacting to the carbon dioxide my blow products. So I burn 1 coal and let 1 without doing anything on it. After the 1 was burned, makes the lime water gets milky. So it products carbon dioxide. So we can conclude that burning fossil fuels increase the greenhouse effect and therefore the global warming.
thanks for coming, colleague. I let Lara present the next group.
Hi, girls.
Hi!
So here is Jade, Kezia, and Alex, and I think you are going to give us a talk about fossil fuels, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the history of fossil fuels?
Fossil fuels are used since 3000 million years ago and take few million years to form.
How fossil fuels are from?
At first, marine plants and animals die and are buried in the ocean floor.
Over time, women are buried by a layer of sand and experience temperature and pressure.
We drill down through layers of sand rock to reach layer containing fossil fuels.
There are 4 parameters essential for the formation of the fossil fuels:
Organic matter
Time.
temperature,
and pressure condition.
So there are 3 types of fossil fuels.
coal, oil,
and natural gas.
Okay, but what is the difference between coal and oil?
is the organic matter. For the coal, there are plants, and for the oil, there are zooplankton and algae.
What are the applications of fossil fuels?
fossil fuel are used for
Transport
Make a plastic and cosmetic.
medicine,
and electricity production.
Why are fossil fuels not renewable energy sources?
as we have already said, fossil fuels take million years to form, which means that when they are used, the resource, it will not be realized in the human lifetime.
So in 30 years, there won't be any more.
What are the issues with using fossil fuels?
There are many, but particularly
An ever increasing price,
Climate change.
geopolitical issues.
human health issue.
Thank you, girls. I'm leaving you now so I can let Telia and Nina tell us more about one of these consequences. Bye!
Bye.
Hi Nina and Telia.
Hi,
So what have you worked on?
we work on ocean acidification and increase of atmospheric carbon dioxide. To complete, there are the experiments we did.
So what did you want to prove with those experiences?
Experiments have shown the impact of carbon dioxide on oceans and shells. The ocean acidification is a consequence of increasing atmospheric carbon dioxide. And the ocean acidifications affect plankton and corals development.
Thanks, girls. Lara, your turn.
Hi, girls!
Hi! Hi, we are Lena, Juliette, and Naël, and today we are going to explain how a current is created with a little experiment.
The currents brings plankton at the top of the oceans. The plankton is the food of the fish.
So if there is no plankton, there is no fish too. This is one of the consequences of the global warming.
So if I understand, there is a consequence for human food?
Yes, sadly.
Okay, thank you for this information.
Bye.
So can you explain to us and our public what have you worked on?
We are going to talk about ocean warming and sea level. But what is it? This is the same phenomenon that occurs in the oceans. The temperature of the sea is increasing due to the global warming. The warmer water then expands. This is what explains the rise in sea level today.
So what are the consequences of ocean warming?
The ocean warming causes the rising of sea level, waves of ocean heat, and the acidification of oceans.
And what are the consequences of the sea level rising?
The rising of sea level causes floods, and floods cause destruction of infrastructures and the damage of housing.
So now we get you with the video.
Have a nice viewing. Bye.
Hello, girls!
Hi, I'm Colleen and I'm 15.
Hi, I'm Lena and I'm 16.
So we are going to explain to you the melting ice cap and the difference between the Arctic and the Antarctic.
Lena, what is the Arctic?
It's on the north. It's an ocean entirely surrounded by land. The temperature is minus 40 degrees.
Are there any humans?
Yes, humans have populated areas for thousands of years, but they are not alone. There are also animals like phytoplankton, zooplankton, fishes, birds, marine mammals.
Oh, there are many differences with the Arctic. It's on the south and it's a continent surrounded by ocean.
And what about the temperature?
It's colder than the Arctic and the temperature is minus 89 degrees. So there aren't permanent human residents. And there are only plants, algae, protista and bacteria.
We are going to do an experiment in order to compare the melting of the Arctic and the melting of the Antarctic. In the first containers, we are putting a little rock and water. And in the second container, it's only water. Then we need to put ice on the two containers. They need to be under a light. We have to draw a line to remember the level of water. We have to wait until the ice is entirely melted thanks to the light. So on the containers without rock we can see the level of water, otherwise it represents the Arctic. While with the rock we can see the level rises. It represents the Antarctic.
So we can deduce that the level of the water rise because the South Pole is a continent.
Thank you, girls, for your explanation. Let's go for the next group.
Hi, Juna and Yavinsu.
Hi.
So you have worked on the consequences of R6 melting. Can you explain what it is?
So first of all, I have to explain you what is albedo. The albedo is when the surface is clear like white. It will be, the sunrise will be reflected on it, and it will be go back to space. But if the surface is dark like black, the sunrise won't be reflected, but it will be absorbed, and it will hit the surface.
To explain this phenomenon, we are going to show you an experiment that we did. Welcome to this experiment about the effect of the albedo on the rising of seawater. To do this experiment, we have two cylinders. One we will put 100 centimeters of black powder in, and in the other we will put 100 centimeters of white powder. Attends. Faut mettre encore plus haut? Ouais. We will just add a bit of water in both to make sure that it will be enough. So now that we have our two cylinders, we can first put these thermometers in them. The thermometers need to touch the water so that it can know how much heat there is in both. Now that we have both of these, we are going to use these lamps as a heat source to heat both of these cylinders to see what happens. We will come back in 10 minutes. We went through some troubles while recording, so we lost a lamp, and we added a bit of water in each cylinders. As you can see, there are 10 degrees between both cylinders, which means that black waters gets more easily warm than white water. Thanks. So now that we know how the albedo works, we can guess why the ice caps, the melting of the ice caps are a bad thing. Since they are fully white and very big, they reflect a lot of the sun rays of the sun, and if they melt, the sun rays will stay on Earth and make it much more warm. This means that the entire planet will get
more heat on and on. This is very bad for the ecosystem and the planet in general.
Thanks, girls. So I'll let you now with Rose and Camille, who are going to explain to you what are the solutions of global warming.
Hi, we are Camille and Rose, and after all our friends schedule with global warming problems, we are going to explain to you how to make little actions and little efforts to change our situation. First, opt for less polluting transport. You can use transport that does not produce carbon dioxide,
like bike, skateboard, scooter. You can also walk. It's economic and it's more healthy.
You can also take public transport,
like tramway, bus. It's better than use a car for only one person.
Most and for all, we should all stop taking the plane because it's the most polluting transport, and we should take the train as often as possible instead. Then we must change our way to produce and consume food, choose quality, well-reasoned and ecologic food. Eat fruits and vegetables of season.
For example, don't eat strawberries in winter.
Reduce your consumption of meat.
You can even become vegetarian or vegan. You can also eat meat local.
Many foodstuffs can submit meat. For example, you can have legumes like lentils or soya or tofu. It's high protein and it's actually really good. Then use the 3-hour principle: reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce by buying the least food or stuff that require plastic.
Avoid buying food wrapped with tons of layers of plastics. Opt for more resistant metals than plastic. For example, buy wooden pieces of furniture instead of plastic furniture.
Reuse by reusing your old stuff or buying stuff of hand-me-down.
You don't have to throw your old stuff to buy new old. You can sell the clothes you don't wear on Vinted, for example, and buy hand-me-down ones.
Recycle.
Sort your waste in the right bins. Use reusable stuffs. For example, use tote bags instead of plastic bags.
Keep in mind, little actions every day make big changing against carbon dioxide.
Thank you for listening.
I hope you've enjoyed it.
It was the warming show
With all our classmates.
Bye!